Okay, there we go. Okay, welcome everybody to Coffee and Art in the Morning Wednesday. And so before I hit record, we were talking about what page to color out of the Pop Manga coloring book. So it's been decided we're going to do the tree head girl. And yeah, so I'm just trying to get it to lie flat here. And yeah, so I guess we're going to go ahead and do this one. I think we can zoom in one and let me go ahead and refocus the camera so we're a little closer. There we go. Let's refocus. Where's my Sherry card? I call it my Sherry. Everybody goes, why do you call it the Sherry card? It's a card Sherry sent in her birthday batch. But when I was showing the cards, this hot pink, and it's hot pink. I know it looks a little orange on camera. This hot pink card focused the camera like immediately. So now I keep it for focusing. Let's see if I can. Let's get it. There we go. But of course, you know, white does flash out some, so we'll just have to roll with it. Roll with it. Yeah, green eyes would be pretty. Dark skin, green eyes, brown hair, and a green. Okay, this shouldn't take too long. Well, I say that. Y'all know I say that, but you know, we never really know. Okay, so I'm going to get my little palette out here, and we're going to get some green, some um, mm, let's see, what color brown do I want? That's maroon. Where's my brown? Russet. And I'm almost out of russet. I need to buy some more russet. Okay. Unless I have one sitting around here somewhere. Yeah, I'm almost out of russet. I just need enough for a wash. Russet. Let me write that down so I know next time to get that color. And thank you, Janet, for my new Sharpies. I needed them. I was down to using a regular pen. I like the big Sharpies for writing on camera because you can see what I'm doing. Um, uh, acrylic. Who's this? Okay. I got my iPad right there, so if we hear dinging, it's my Twitter. Okay. Then for greens, I think I'll go with an olive and a citron. Here's an avocado. Let's go with a little bit of both. So it's kind of right now I'm just getting out the paint for the wash. And for those y'all have never seen me color before, I usually start with a wash of acrylic paint, and I just like Americana craft paint just because I like the colors. So yeah, so I do a wash of acrylic paint first. Now the background, what color do I want the background? Do I want, black would just be very dramatic, but I do black backgrounds all the time. What would be a pretty, orange would be good because orange and green and fall. And instead of fall being on the leaves, fall could be on the background. Oh yeah, we're gonna go with that. Do I want persimmon or do I want jack-o'-lantern? This would be more, I don't know, either one. I guess we'll go with persimmon. We haven't used that in a while, if at all, actually, in the background. Hey, Julie, Muse, anybody else popping in? Thanks for being here. We're going to color in the Pop Manga book. Oh, now I will need a little bit more of that because I don't water down. Now, when I paint the backgrounds, I do not water down the paint at all. When I do a wash over the rest of it, I'll water that down. Let me find a good flat brush here for the background. I can't believe I already need new angle brushes. This is flat would be good too, but I like my angle brushes to paint around things. It's just so much easier. Let's see. Do I have another batch here? Let's see. Oh, here we go. There's a little one. Looking for some flat ones. This one's getting a little fluffy. I don't want to use a fluffy one because then I'm dragging little hairs around. Let's see. Let's look at this one. Neither one of them look that great, but okay. So, hope everybody's doing well. Oh, is my water dirty from painting the Inktober? I also need to do Inktober. So, all right. So I'm going to start with some of the bigger areas in the. There goes my garage door. Hubster's heading out there. I'll just get a. Background done. If you have any questions, put them in caps. If you're watching this recording on YouTube, thanks for being here and watching the recording. This is a live show on ustream.tv and Coffee and Art in the Morning. And there's live people that I'm talking to. I'm not talking to myself, although, you know, Anonymous 88. I don't know who you are, but welcome. All right, so I'm just going to get the large areas here. And really, if you really want to put a piece of wax paper or something behind your book, I'm just going to kind of hold it up here. But you really don't want to, you know, glue your pages together with paint on the edges. So it's best to put some wax paper behind. And I'll get pretty close, and I'll get the little brush to get right up on the edges. Okay. So this is just right out of the bottle persimmon. It's kind of a orangey, dark orange color. I try to remember to show the colors and pencils and paints, because later, and it seems like a lot lately, on older videos, I'll have people ask me what color I used on something. So I try to remember to show in the show what color I used, because, you know, months, weeks and months later, I'm not going to remember what color I used. I mean, I can kind of think I might be able to sort of guess it, you know, but, you know, I don't remember either. So I try to show the colors in the show so people don't ask me later what color I used. Hey, ETEE. All right, I'm going to turn it upside down for just a minute to get the top of this. Again, I'll put my hand under here to hold it away from the page behind, just to get along the edge here. And then I'll get in there with the little brush. I could have set up Trippy the tripod. Like I said, I was a little behind this morning, guys, so. Because Trippy the tripod, I can get right up on it, and, you know, but then it is a little tricky to paint with Trippy in front of me. But hey, Pixie Cora, anybody else popping in? Thanks for being here. Thanks, everybody. I think I said good morning to pretty much everybody. I know more people are coming in. Thanks for being here, guys. Orla, who else did I miss? Linda, Army Linda. I think I said hi to most of you before I hit record. Flint. Wee Hootie. Who else have I missed? Julie's. Got two Julies. Kiggles. Couple of Kathy's. Mr. Owlcat. Muse. Who else did I miss? Pam, Sandpat. Hey, Sharon L. Squaw Moon. Scooby Girl, Sunflower, Julie Topaz. Hey, Travis. It's nice to have a gentleman in the show every now and then. Nice to see you. How's the stained glass window going? I saw the only picture I saw, you might have posted more and I missed it, but I saw the one where you have the watercoloring done on the stained glass, Travis, and then you're going to go in and add color pencil. The watercoloring looked awesome. That's going to be a nice piece. Okay, so I just went around the edges for the most part, and now I'm going to get a smaller brush and get in there with the details in the small bits. Yeah, I hope you're oops, let's stay in camera here. Let me try to tilt it up just a tad. If it gets too dark, I'll lighten it up again. I don't know why. It shouldn't be. Got all the lights on. Let's tilt this one up a little. I don't want to glare. That's the thing. Okay, bye, Scooby. Have a great day. Good to see you. So I'm just using a little flat angle brush, rather. Angle brushes are my favorite. They're the most versatile. If I had to pick one brush I could have, it would probably be, unless I had to do lettering or something, but even that. But, sometimes you need a long point or a, what do you call it, a liner brush. But for just regular old general painting, an angle brush just can, it's so versatile to twist and turn and get in there. So I'm just going to paint the background here. And again, you can take as much or as little time as you want. This was the most requested this morning page to color in the Pop Manga book. And the tree head girl. So we're just going to start with the background. Like I said. It gets a little tedious for a few minutes while we're doing some of this, but we'll get on to the face and everything shortly. I'm not sure if my message went through. Stained glass page is still in progress. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I did not see it, Travis. Thanks for reposting that. Yeah. Keep giving us progress reports on Twitter. So I like this. It's a good fall orange color. I mean, if I really wanted to get, go Halloween on this, we could do, purple and green. We could do green leaves and a purple tree branch. What do y'all think? Purple? Or should I stick with the brown? Try to do kind of themed things during the holidays. Terry trouble enabling again. Okay, yeah, she's good at that, guys. Her and Eileen. She and Eileen are great at enabling. Well, actually, Eileen enables and Terry will tell you where to buy it. Eileen will go, oh, have y'all seen this? And Terry, bam! There's a link to something. Those two gals. That's why they're always in the corner. You do know that, right? So I don't know. I don't know if I want to do, if I want to keep it like brown branches, or do I want to go with, purple? Either one would be good. Purple would just be more, kind of Halloween colors, right? We might need to do purple. Just saying. We just might need to go purple. It's kind of fun painting in these little bits. No preferences? Not purple. It will look like she has purple broccoli, sprouting broccoli. But it would be a Halloween. It would be a Halloween colored. It wouldn't be like the vegetable. Oh my gosh, girls. Girls. Well, if I did, she's gonna have green hair. The leaves are gonna be green regardless. They're gonna be green regardless. I want her hair to be green. When I ordered my sodas at Studio Magazine, ask where I heard. Oh, thanks, Shell. Eileen goes, yes, do purple. Well, it'd be purple and green, see, because of the Halloween colors. And I to make it kind of fall, I did the background with this persimmon. I'm liking this though. Thanks guys for requesting politely that I color this one. Yes, I'm brave enough to pull it off. Yeah. And thanks everyone for being here. I want to try to get one more Jasmine Halloween page done this month. And there was something else. Oh yeah, I wanted to do driveway art. I don't know if that's going to happen. I told Hubster, I said, well, if I'd known you were going to be home today, hang on, let me get a sip of coffee. I would have got you to, we could have done the driveway art, and you could have just held Lappy and filmed me doing the driveway art. Y'all don't know what driveway. Sorry, guys. Sleeping with a fan in my face. I'd go outside and roll out a long piece of paper and do art on the driveway real big. And I said I would have had you hold the laptop and I would have had you film my driveway art. And he just looked at me and kind of rolled his eyes and said, I'll be back in a minute. Yeah, that we could have a few fall leaves in with the green ones. That might be good too. That might be good. Although, this orange like kind of popping in behind here does still kind of give it that same effect with orange in there. But yeah, we could pop in a few fall leaves. So I don't think he was really up for it today. Yeah, Jean, I know I haven't done it in so long. I don't think I've done driveway art since I started uploading to YouTube. I've done a few, like 3 or 4. I did save a couple of them on my external hard drive. Then, of course, the one when Annie was here a few years ago visiting. We forgot to hit record or it didn't take or something. So that one didn't ever record. So yeah, I think if I just get some of this orange, like let me just kind of pop some in behind some, random leaves here. It'll look like there's orange leaves in here before I do the green wash, So I'm just going to make up some spaces here. Like where could some some more orange spots be in there. We'll just pop some in ourselves. um, no, the thing about doing the driveway art, the problem with it is if I do it by myself, I have to set up a table outside, like my garden table from the backyard, a heavy table, a heavy table, and an umbrella and all that. And then also, I have to run back and forth from doing the art to checking on to make sure it's recording, running back to the art, checking back and see if it's recording, running back and forth. Whereas if Hubster or somebody's here to record, watch the stream, then if something happens, he can say stop recording or whatever. Um, Otherwise, I'm running back and forth, and it's a lot of work. Trust me, it's a lot of work. I know, Jean. I know. And it was a fun one, but again, all right, let's see. Here's some background. Trying to stay in camera. That's looking pretty good. Yeah, I haven't seen your live art yet. I mean, is it recorded? Is it on Ustream? I haven't seen that. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna have to go get some more hot coffee here. My throat's, the more I talk, the more scratchy it's getting here. Does it look a little dark, guys? I really have a lot of light coming in here. I don't know why. Maybe I just need to. Maybe now that I've started putting color on, it's making it darker. Let's lighten it up just a little. There we go. That's a little better. It's always the lighting, guys. It's always the lighting. Marilyn says, Shel Silverstein, where the tree head ends. Good one, Marilyn. I actually do have a copy of Where the Sidewalk Ends and the growing tree. I don't know if they were the grandkids or if they were the kids. Annie and Denise's. I'll have to go get them and we'll look at them again. When I go get some coffee, I'll grab them. That's on the kids' bookshelf in the mural room. Yeah, I do like this color. It's called persimmon. And I know it kind of, the lighting gets weird, but it is a pretty dark color. A pretty dark color. Not pretty dark. It's a pretty dark color. Orange. Kind of like almost like a sienna color. Not quite red as sienna, but get right around her face here. Almost got the background done. You have the Shell books too. They were the kids, now the grandkids. Yeah. I don't remember if I got these though for the kids or if they were handed down or if they're new issues. You know, I don't remember. Um, I'll grab them when I get coffee. Okay. So there's a couple areas that could have a second coat, you know, a little translucent. And that happens with certain colors, some more than others, where you might have to, especially on the large background areas, if you don't want them to be like a mottled watercolory look, if you want a nice flat color, especially if I do black, like right around edges, and sometimes you have to put a, you know, go over it again. It just depends on, a lot of it does depend on the paper too, I gotta say. Actually everything depends on the paper. Some papers just are more made for paint. Please don't make her goth. No, I'm not gonna make her goth. She's not gonna be goth. I mean, she might have purple hair, I mean purple branches, but doesn't make her goth. I'm just filling in a couple spots where I can kind of see through the background here. It's pretty well covered if you want it flat. You know, a lot of times I like in the Magimorphia, I've been doing a watercolory kind of background, modeled background look on purpose, just to have all the backgrounds kind of different, because, you know, I'm working on all the backgrounds first. I'll have to show that again. I'll show that book again too. Okay, right up here, there's a couple little areas. And don't forget, guys, all the crisp detail can be done with pencil. So you don't have to be overly careful. Yes, we're in Pop Manga, Scooby. I mean, Ab, Abitibi girl. I almost called you Scooby girl at first glance. I thought it was Scooby. And I said, well, no, she laughed. Yep, Pop Manga. I'll show the cover again here in just a second. Okay, let's see. Need a couple little more orange bits here and there. Let's make sure I didn't miss anything I want to. Between some of the branches there. Carrie, how's your cat family and dog, well, pet family, I should say, doing? Carrie was saying that the cat that lives in their house has adopted her, and now she has to live with a roll of lint cleaner, lint roller. Okay, let's see. Right in here needs a little bit more orange. Okay. I'm watching to see if Mom pops in. Hey, Debbie, boring. They're lovely. Carrie. Yeah, it's Mom's birthday today, so if she pops in, I want to make sure I say hi to her. I've already called her this morning. That's why that and talking to Janice a little this morning on the phone on her way to work. I was a little behind getting here. Okay, so I'm going to leave this real quick and go get some hot coffee. Clean my brush. Actually, probably need to get fresh paint water because I used that water for my Inktober yesterday, so it's got ink in it. So I should probably clean that. I wish you could shave them. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they'll shave. Well, they're not really shaved cats. They look like shaved cats. The hairless cats. They're so weird looking, aren't they? The fur means they love you. Aw. Okay, guys. All right. Let me again the lighting. Well, I'll try to adjust it again when I get back. All right. I'm going to take my water downstairs and coffee. I'm gonna get fresh water and coffee. I'll be right back, guys. Just fast forward if you're watching the recording. Okay. Water, coffee. Come on. I found a couple of the books. I didn't spend much time digging through the shelves, but there was one other one I was going to show. Oh, this one. This one's in my room, but the other two are in the kids' room. We'll take a sip of coffee. All right, back with you. LP had you in timeout, Terry? Hey, Julianne, coloring mom. Anybody else popping in? Yeah, so I went in the kids' room and I found Falling Up. I found Falling Up, so I'm not sure. Let's see what kids' book. Scribbles. Let's see what year this one was. This one's 1996, so this had to be the grandkids one. Here's one without a dust jacket, Runny Babbitt. And look, kids' book. I don't know. I got this one. I don't know. I got this one. And then those are the kids' ones. Anyway, we're talking about Shel Silverstein a minute ago. And Marilyn said where the tree. Now, what did you say, Marilyn? That should probably go in the Wingnut book. Anyway, but this is my book. This is not the kids' book, but Edward Gorey. If y'all probably would recognize this artwork from the Mystery, BBC Mystery. He did the opening scenes with the little woman going, ah, and fainting and all that. Anyway, that was Edward Gorey's artwork. And so I have one of his books here. And I'm not sure what year this one's from either. 1983. So, but it's all Edward Gorey's. Hey, Deb. All his artwork. It's all black and white. One of the first artists, well, I say black and white. There's some color from his illustrations. What was I going to say? Oh, what's his name? Oh my gosh, it just slipped my head. All black and white, like probably in the Victorian era. Oh, I'll think of it in a minute. But anyway, so yeah, y'all recognize him probably from the Mystery opening credits of the Mystery. Yeah. Her hair looks like yours. Oh my gosh. It almost came to me. Gosh. I'm thinking. Anyway, it was one of the first black and white ink artists that really made me like ink. I'll think of it in a minute. I got a paper cut. Okay. All right. So this is where we are so far. Hey, Lindsay. Anybody else popping in? Okay. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to water down these two greens with the spritzer. Spritz it down. I don't want to get it in the brown because I don't want those watered down. Let's start with the light green here. So I just want to wash a wash of green, and then we'll do the darker green too. Where the tree head ends. Yeah, let me write that down, Marilyn. That was good. Where the tree head ends. Artsy Marilyn. I'll go in the Wingnut book. Talking about tree manga girl. When you do the washes, is there any tooth? Yes. Yes, the acrylic puts tooth, even in a wash. It sure does. That's why I use acrylic. All right, so I'm going to start by just going in here with a wash of lime or citron. And I'm not even worried about going over the orange. I'm just going over the whole. It's very light to see because I'm going to put another wash of the avocado green as well. Yes, it does leave a tooth. That's why I like acrylic over watercolor or marker. You can go over watercolor and marker, but it doesn't give you that same tooth that acrylic paint does. Okay, I need a little bit more water on that. Is that your first wingnut, Marilyn? Really? I was going to say, as nutty as you are, Marilyn, wingnut, you should have been in there by now. I know it's hard to see this light lime green, so just give me a minute. Neocolors, because they're waxy, if you're not careful, you can't, as long as you put it thin and you're careful, the problem with too much thickness of Neocolors is then you can go over it with pencil, but it's tougher. I mean, it's like, why do, make it hard on yourself? I don't know. I mean, I've done some with the Neocolor as well, but I just like my acrylic. That's just me. You can try anything, but you're going to find your favorites. You're going to find your own personal favorite washes if you like to do that kind of technique. Mine's acrylic. That's just me. If I say, oh, I like to do so and so, then I get people commenting, but I like to do this and it works fine. Well, I'm not telling you that it's my way or the highway. I'm just saying it's how I do it, guys. Okay, now I'm going to water down the avocado a little bit here and just get a nice avocado. I need a little bit more water right on it. There we go. And now I want to do a little bit of more. I'm just going to kind of go in here with the avocado green. And I don't want to lose let me zoom in one, guys, because I'm thinking you're not able to see anything. Let's refocus. Don't want to get it too dark, but I don't want it flashed out either when we're this close. Whoops. Hang on, guys. Let's see what that does. Okay. Yeah, you can do that too. Yeah, well, that's how I do it too. I never with the Neocolors. I never really color directly onto the thing and use water on it. I always pull it off with the water brush. Same thing. I do pull it off of the crayon with the water brush. I just like my acrylic paints. It's just easier to me. That's just, but you can use, we did a where is it? The Inktense one. We did an Inktense one in here. Where we only used Inktense. Where is it? Is it toward the back? It must be toward the back here. Where we just did Inktense pencils. Here, this one. That's all with Inktense pencils. And then we have this one, which is washes of acrylic and paint, pencil. Yeah, don't email me. Yes, exactly. So this one. Then we have this one. Made up our own space scene in the background. And gave her a glow. Oh, and if you want to see the cover of the book, this is it right here. Okay, so back to dabbing in. I'm going to dab in some more of the olive green or the avocado, just so we have a couple colors of greens, right? I got the Curiosity Shop, but was disappointed by the ink seems to not pictures are not defined. Yeah, that one is a little tricky. The Curiosity Shop, yeah, it is a little tricky. That it is. Some of the books are more detailed and more more, I don't say tricky, but a little bit more difficult to find. What you're doing. The Bicycle Shop to me is one of my, it's my favorite as far as an art look. The Bicycle Shop, which I showed it on Monday. It's my favorite as far as an art, the art in it. I love that book, but and that's a dang tricky one to color. And I found that really the only way you can really do it is with paint. For me, I have to paint that one, the bicycle book. But I love the surrealistic imagination of the artist. So I'm just dabbing in some dark, not trying to get every little leaf. See how I'm doing that? It's just like, I'm not worried about getting every little leaf. Could you do a picture from the magical city? I think somebody sent me that. Didn't somebody send me the magical city? The magical city. Why is that one sound familiar but not familiar? I think I have done something in the magical city. Some of the titles, run together. The magical city. I'll have to look on my shelf, Mom, and see. I'm thinking one of the kids colored in. Maybe it was Boo. Was she coloring in the Magic City when she visited about a year ago? Or is it brand new? I'll have to look. Okay, so I'm just kind of dabbing in some leaves here and there. All right. See how I'm kind of just making it look like fluffy, like, not an exact outline. I think that's the one with the girl that tells a story. No, that's a time chamber. You have the time chamber and the time. I gave away one of them. I had both the time chamber and the time something, and I gave away one of them. But the magical city, I'll have to look, guys. Remind me and I'll look. Okay. There we go. I'm liking that. I think it needs a little bit more. All right, I'm going to water it down some, but I want a little bit darker. I'm going to go in here with a few extra pats of darker. See, I'm not trying to make it look like I've colored around every leaf. Are y'all getting that? Are y'all getting that? Know what I mean, Vern? See, I'm just kind of making it look leaf-like. I don't think you've done that one, but I could be wrong. I don't know. So many color books, so little time. So I'm just kind of going in there and getting a few pats of the darker green here and there. I know it's hard to see. It looks where it looks white to you guys. That's actually lime green. It's hard to see, but it's lime green in there. So I'm just going to kind of go around the whole edge here and see where I might want a little bit more. So that's one of the fun things to me about color books is just playing and experimenting and, trying different things with different colors, with different kinds of paper. Because every color book's got its own little personality in paper. Yeah, I try to do show the different color books and work in different ones throughout but it's hard when you only stream two, even if I stream 3 days a week, that would only be, even if I just did just color books, that would only be 3 pages a week. And I usually only stream 2, and maybe every other week stream 3 days a week. And then I like to do art cards, mixed media collage, the napkin journal, the art cards, other things too. Every now and then I like to draw. I mean, because, that's what I do. And I like to draw and paint my animals and things like that. So even if I designated all my stream time to color books, that would still only be 3 pages a day. I mean, a week. Only that would only be 3 pages a week. There's just not enough, enough hours of streamage. I mean, I like which one was it? Was it in this book? Yeah, this one. This girl I did not stream. I just colored her myself, and she's kind of got a tree head too. This one didn't get recorded because I didn't have a time to record it. There's just so many hours in a day. I had someone on YouTube asked me, "Can you color the whole Jasmine Beckett Halloween book in October?" Well, October's all we're at we're at 19 days already. There's no way. There's no way I can color a whole color book in 2 weeks. You know. So anyway, yeah. Hey, Lindsay Whimsy. I mean, because I do commission work, guys. I do portraits. So I do have to have some time to make some money. I have to make some money sometime, guys. So I have to work on my commissions, you know? And most commissions that I don't have permission to do that on stream because they don't want their kids on camera, their kids' pictures and stuff on camera. So a lot of my commissions, I can't even show you. You don't get to see them. And then there's some that they, don't mind. But okay, so I'm liking that well enough. I might even do some flicks of green in there later just to give it more of a flyaway, leafy look. But for now, we'll go with that. Okay, so now let's go with the purple. Oh yeah, I didn't get out purple because we were going to go with brown. Where's my purple? Oh, here we go. All right, so I'm going to get out some purple and do a wash on the branches because remember we thought about doing it because of Halloween colors. So, but her face I'm going to just do regular, and I got to color in her eyes too. So, all right, let's see. There we go. All right, so now I'm just going to put a wash of purple, and then we'll go back in there with pencil to put in the details of the branches. I'm just going to kind of feather it down into her face. But she's not going to be goth. She's not going to be purple. Although some people go, do her goth. Some people don't do her goth. Hello, Carol Renee. And again, if you notice, I'm not being real, like, finicky. I'm not getting it like I'm just going over everything. But it's a light wash too. I'm not like thick. It's not like thick purple paint. It's watered down. Hey, Vicki. Anybody else popping in? Thanks for being here. Kind of keep looking for Mom. Y'all see Mom? Today's her birthday. I did call her and wish her happy birthday before I came on here. Happy birthday again, Mom. Hey, Iffy. Oh, wait. Did Iffy say what day it was today? You like that purple? Yeah. Yeah, that's a dioxazine purple. Watered down. And the other thing I try to remember to tell you guys is if you want it darker, like let's say, like right there, I got it a little darker than here. Let's say you want it darker here and there. Well, it's best to dry it before you put another layer on, because what makes the paper, what makes things go through if you're not careful is you're mulching up you're wetting down the paper so much it's turning into pulp, and that'll make it, sink through. But I really never have problem. People say, well, doesn't the acrylic paint go through? No, it really doesn't. What would make it go through is if you get it too wet and keep going more and more and more on top of wet paper, that will put like a hole in your paper, right? So you want to dry it in between layers. So heat gun. Okay, so now if I want another darker wash, more darker shade of purple there. Oops, a little crusty bit in there. Then now I can go in and add more. But if you try to do that while it's really wet, you're going to peel your paper and put a hole in your paper. Yeah, you're going to make it pulp. Exactly. So you want to, dry it in between layers so that you can add more shading. Okay? Because otherwise you're going to be putting a hole. This is not watercolor, people. It's a color book, right? So you can't just be piling on water with that and not expecting it to tear the paper. That purple contrasts well with the pumpkin orange, yeah. It do. So I'm just now adding another layer of shading, and I'm sure you can see that on camera. But you got to dry it, because otherwise you're going to be putting a hole. Let's see, I want a little bit more down in here. Okay, I think that's good. So yeah. Did Iffy tell us what day it is? Oh, it's National Bra Day. Iffy comes in and tells us what national day it is. Okay, there we go. All right, now let me dry this. Sip of coffee, and then we'll start on our face. Okay. Now, most of the time I don't put much washes on the skin. I pretty much do all that with color pencil, but I'm going to go ahead and do her eyes. I'm going to go ahead and put a coat of lime green in her eyes. And I know it's probably not going to show up very well because it's almost like it's so translucent. So now we'll start on her skin. All right, let me get my pencils. Let me move the paint and stuff out of the way. Get my pencils. Here's the Jasmine Beckett Griffith girl we finished. I did finish up her hair and put some more little wisps in it. So and she's got the stickles on the cupcake. And so I finished up her, and I'll post her on my Facebook color book album um, later today. So yeah, got her done. Okay. I still got to do my Inktober today. We're up to day 19. Here's the one we did yesterday. I say we when we're here together. Here's my running lizard from yesterday. Okay, so let's pick out some skin colors here. So I want her to have kind of darker skin. I'm going to make sure I don't get the purple instead of the brown, which I've been known to do. Let's get some. Yeah, let me dig out some pencils, guys. Give me just a minute. There's my dark brown. Black and white. Where's my black? So that's brown. Where's the lighter brown? And a couple of peach, dark peach. I'm digging. Hang on. And I'll try to tell you what colors I've pulled. That doesn't mean I'm necessarily going to use every single color, but I'll tell you the ones I pulled here. Where's my black? Another dark brown. I probably used it for something else. There we go. It's that black. You always want to make sure on my indigo blue, what I usually do is on indigo blue, I put a blue piece of painter's tape to remind me that it's not black, because I've picked up indigo blue before, and it was Pixie, and it was and it's indigo blue, not black. So I try to remember to put a piece of blue tape on the indigo blue. Let's see, what else? Do I have enough dark browns? Which one is that? Is that dark brown too? Yeah, dark. Okay, I think these should be good. And then I'm going to need a couple shades of green for her eyes. Lime green, olive green. Yeah, we'll just stick with a couple greens. Don't need too many. And move that out of the way. And I'll need my Posca for a highlight in the eye. Okay, so these are the colors. I'm still loving your pencil cases for your Prismas and other pencils. Yeah, I I use these so much. I have my set in the pencil cases, but when I'm using them, I use my pencils literally every single day. And so the ones that I use all the time, constantly, are right here in a silverware tray thing, and I just kind of divide them up kind of in orange, reds, pinks, purples, greens and blues, neutrals and skin tones. I mean, they get mixed up all the time, but I use these all the time. So I just keep them handy rather than pulling each one out of a pencil case and putting it right back, because I'm constantly using them, right? Okay, so these are the colors that I'm going to use right now. I've got and some I can't tell you because they're sharpened down. This is a gray green. It's number 1065, and I'm going to use that in her eyes along with chartreuse. Okay, that's for her eyes. Plus the white Posca pen for a highlight. You don't have to have a Posca pen to do. You can just use white acrylic paint on a pokey tool or the back end of a brush. I mean, your pencil case, D, with the individual spots. Yes, I have that too, Jean. I have that with my pencils, another full set of new pencils in it that Kelly P sent, which is the same set that she gifted us when I haven't checked today. We are almost at 10,000. Marilyn, I love you, Marilyn. And if y'all see Marilyn on Ustream going, Dede, sub to Dede, she's almost at 10,000. She's just being a cheerleader for it. She's not being, she knows it makes me laugh, is what I'm saying. So anyway, it's really cute. And so anyway, when we get to 10,000, I'll have, and it'll probably be next week. It looks like we're close. So maybe next week we'll do a week of the draw. Just leave a comment. We'll do a drawing for the 150 set of Prismas that Kelly P donated. Yeah. Okay. So for a little bit of shading and um, I got this is I think it's slate blue. It's number 1024. The name is used up. And then I got dark umber. And I don't know which colors I'm going to use yet. And every time I pick up a color to use, I cannot stop and tell you, okay, now I'm using dark umber. Now I'm using this because this is not a tutorial. It's just how I do it. So I do like to tell you the colors I'm using, but I'm not stopping and telling you, okay, pick up your dark umber and let's do, I can't do that. We would be here for a week doing one picture. So I got dark umber, henna, peach. No, that was light peach and peach. Light umber, ginger root, white, black, and dark brown. So those are the colors that I have to do her face, and we're doing it dark skin. Okay. Hey, Marie, will I ever get to 100,000? Well, I guess maybe if I stick with it long enough. I've only been uploading to YouTube for 2 years, but I've been streaming for 6. But the first 4 years of streaming, I did not upload those videos to YouTube. And Jean and Rach0113, I think that's her number, made me start uploading to YouTube, or I probably still wouldn't be uploading to YouTube to this day. So I'm at 9963. Okay, thanks, Terry. Hey, Tiff. Good to see you. We're working, if anybody else joining us, we're working in the Pop Manga Camilla Del Recco coloring book. And we have done a few pages in it. Again, I'll quickly show you the ones we've done before. I've got this one. This is my favorite so far in this book, and I actually really love this page. The narwhal. I love this page. I love the gray hair and the little doves with the white, like, floaty stuff around her head. And then we have this one, which again, we've done we made up our own space. I say we because if you're here, it's we to me. No, I don't stream on YouTube. I don't stream live on YouTube. I stream on Ustream and upload to YouTube. I've done some hangouts before. I've done some YouTube hangouts, but as far as doing a live YouTube show, not saying I never will, but it's just as easy for me to do it on Ustream and upload. And one of the things I like about Ustream chat is I can not only see the chat, I can see everybody that's here. I can see a list of names of who's here. Hey, Sherry, by the way, where you can't see that you can't see who's just there. You only can see who's there by who says something. So in other words, if I have people that are here, like let's just say Sherry, who's a mod, but let's just say Sherry was sitting there and didn't say anything, I wouldn't know she was there. So one of the things I like about Ustream is the chat. The chat program is what I really like about Ustream. Thanks, Pixie Cora. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start with her eyes here. Okay, so I'm using this gray-green. It's a gray color, but it looks kind of a gray-green. And I'm just going to start, just not a whole lot, don't need a whole lot of detail. Hopefully you can see. Let me refocus, guys, because I think the light changed and it made it a little flashed out. I try to go balance between too light and too dark, especially because the sun comes and goes through my window. I do like sitting by the window. It's nice. Yes, and the modding ability that's on Ustream. Yeah, they don't have that good modding ability on YouTube. But YouTube's all changing all kinds of stuff all the time too. I'm sure it'll all be, all things being said, it's just what you get used to. It's, because I've been on Ustream for 6 years, I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I just feel like it's kind of like home, right? It's kind of like home when you've been there for so long. So now I'm just kind of blending out. I hope you can see. I'm blending out the dark green gray with the light green. I'm not going to do a whole lot. This, her eyes are nice, big. All right, now I am going to take the black, and the pupils are kind of sketchy. See how those pupils are kind of sketchy? I'm going to make them more defined. I'm going to define the pupils, and then I'll add more highlights. So I'm kind of covering up a couple of the highlights that are already in the pupil, but I'm going to add them back. But I want the pupils nice and black. This one needs to be a little smaller because it's going to look like she's looking at two directions if I'm not careful. Yeah, it is like home after 6 years. And Julie knows she's been here that long. So, not saying that I never, I'll try any, I'm always up for something, trying different things, different platforms. I don't mind. Okay, now let me go ahead and do our highlights with the white Posca. So I'm going to go back over the highlights that were there, but I'm also going to add a little bit of my own extra highlights. And if you want to see different kinds of highlights being used, look at different manga books. You'll see all kinds of different ways to do highlights. Thanks, Marilyn. Now let me hit that with the heat gun before I go in there with any more pencil because I'll be smearing that because that's just acrylic paint it's just a Posca pen, white Posca. Jean has all the colors in thick, broad and tiny, and she uses them. Although now she's been really getting into watercolor a lot, but this is the only one I have. Is white. Not broccoli, Muse. Well, it could be if you want it to be. Okay, now I'm going to go back in here with the lime green. Just kind of blend in a little bit more. Okay. Sharpen up that highlight just a little. You want them to be the same. You want your highlights to be the same. Now, in some animals, their eyes are weird, like on the sides of their heads and stuff. But in people, you want the highlights the same, or their eyes are going to look like they're looking off in different directions. Okay? Okay, so I'm liking that. Let me see, just a little bit darker green right on the very, very top. And I'll probably go in here with some more eyelashes, but you don't want to do the black eyelashes until the skin is done because you'll have to be fighting going around the black eyelashes. Love your Poscas, have the medium point and the fine tip. There's still bullet points though. The fine is just nice and small, perfect for lettering and fine lines. Yeah, yeah. I think this is the fine line. Now it's kind of jammed in because I've used it so much, but this was a fine point. I think it's the 7 millimeter, point 7 millimeter, and that's all. Other than the Uni Posca, I can't read any of the rest of the Japanese. So, okay, so there we'll go with that for the eyes for now. I might add, like I said, some eyelashes and stuff in there. Oh, thanks, Coloring Mom. Coloring Mom, do you have a website? I mean, a YouTube or anything? Okay, I can feel a sneeze coming on, guys. Ooh. Excuse me. I don't know if I've seen you say. Okay, so I want her to have a little darker. So I'm going to start with some henna. I'm going to start with henna, which is kind of like a sienna. I could have just as well started with sienna. But henna's a little bit more red. These are the medium points. Okay. Well, I'm going to have to get me some fine points then. They're plenty pointy to me. I get them at Jet Pens. Okay, so I'm going to start with the henna. I mean, yeah, the henna, which is a little redder than sienna. And I'm just going to start on her lips here. She doesn't have, her lips aren't very defined, but I'm going to kind of make them a little bit more defined. You just color. Okay. Are you on Twitter or Facebook? So we can stalk you? I mean, follow you. I always tease y'all guys when I say stuff like that. We like to grill you. I mean, ask polite questions. All right, so let's see. A little tiny nose. She just has a little nose. I'm just adding some dark here. Um, some shading. And again, I'm adding kind of a henna color. Just, let's see, do I want her eyes? How do I want to leave that over there on that side? And I might do I want purple eyebrows since she has purple hair? Maybe. Let me see. But I don't want to do that now because I don't want to fight with the, I don't want to have to try to, color around purple eyebrows right now. So I'm just going to kind of go over them for now. The barrel is also much smaller on the fine point. Oh, okay. That's good to know. Thanks, Jean. Okay, so I think I'll go ahead and do the wide eye shadow thing here, kind of like Jasmine Beckett Griffith does with her girls, just to make it a little, we'll just go with that today. I don't have any plans or formulas or anything like that. So we'll just add a little bit of that shading in there. Because these eyes on the mangas they're not real defined. Kind of leaves it up to you to define them however you want. And some of them don't even have pupils. You have to put them in yourself. Oh, good. I'm glad you have fun here. Okay, her nose has got too dark right on the tip. Where's my... And anytime I want to erase color pencil, it never erases completely, but I use the Ticonderoga Black eraser. It seems to be the best for color, for Prismacolor color pencil. I just don't want it. I want to have a little light tip on her nose, and I got it too dark on the tip. Hey, Michelle. Anybody else coming in? All right, I'm just going to kind of just go around here and start picking out where I want to shade. And remember, light layers. Light layers. And it kind of looks like she's kind of leaning in. It's not exactly a shoulder, but, it's going to look weird if she doesn't have one. So I might want to give her some kind of a shoulder. Or a little bit of a... Otherwise she's going to look like a hunchback. you know. I can do something with that hump. What hump? Gotta love me some Marty Feldman. All right, I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it just that would be the shadow right there. So I'm just kind of putting in a little bit here and there. Not too much. This is gonna be the darkest dark. So. And I'll put a little bit of cheek on her, a little bit of blushy color. Just kind of like feeling where it needs to be. Hey, honey, how's it going?
Oh, good. Where's your cup at?
Oh, you gonna make me some more coffee? I have to make it.
I already made it.
Oh, okay, thank you.
You want a snack? To go?
No, I don't need a snack. Thank you, though, honey. You're the sweetest one. He came to refill my coffee. Okay, so I want kind of her hair to her face to kind of blend up into the roots like that. She has roots. It's hump day. Good one. Good one, Julie. It's hump day. Oh my gosh. I got to turn my chair so I feel the fan. It's getting a little stuffy here. She's got like one of those big eye girls. I don't know if I want that shadow there. Yeah, we'll go with it. We'll just see how it turns out. You know, I've never done a tree head before. Well, I can't say that. I did do this one. I did do this tree head one. This one. But I didn't make it grow out of her face. This one just has her hair. So the tree wasn't actually growing out of her head. All right, let's keep working here. All right, just some nice. Oh, thank you. I didn't know you'd already gone to do that.
Yep.
I'll send him the tracking number after a while. Thank you.
And I got some juice. And...
Oh, thank you, honey. Okay, thank you. The sweetest one. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's okay. We'll see how it goes. Again, I'm not sure about. It's just that I don't want her to look like she has a hump. I don't care if it's hump day. But it doesn't really give way to a shoulder either. So it's just an odd little shape there. It's like I want to give her an arm, even though it doesn't show like she has one. I watched so much. Even my daughter has started saying, "Don't email me." Oh my gosh, coloring mom, and know what I mean, Vern. That was actually started by Paula. Know what I mean, Vern. And for a while, anytime I said it, I was really trying to like. It was kind of like a code to Paula. You know what I mean, Vern? I would say it when I was like when Paula wouldn't be here or something. It was kind of like, I'd say it just to like, because she said it and I was saying it back. So it really is Paula that started that one. See, I kind of want to make the tree look like it's part of her, but I don't want it to be too weird. I mean, I don't know. It's Halloween one, so I guess we can do it kind of odd, right? Okay, and I think I want a little shadow around her eyes here. Please paint the hump out. It's hurting me. Yeah, Carrie has a neck thing going on, and she's probably thinking, oh my gosh, it hurts. Paint the hump out. Well, I guess I could paint it out, Carrie. Let's see. Let me get a brush. Let me get a tiny, where's that small brush? What did I do with it? Where did I put that small brush that we were using? Here it is. All right, here we go, Carrie. We'll paint out the hump. She just looks like she has a real skinny neck now, but is that better for you, Carrie? Does that make your hump feel better? Does that make you feel better, Carrie? And please, people, if you have a hump, don't email me. Oh my gosh, I can hear it now. She's a tree, girls. She's a tree. All right, let me dry that real quick, and I'll put a white line on it. All right, so now let me go back to my... I don't know if that's any better. I don't know. We'll leave it for now, guys. Well, this is why we can be the boss of our color book. We can do anything we want. Now she just looks, you know, what it is it's because her head is so heavy. Okay. All right, let's go back to coloring in some more of her face. All right, so... All right, so now I'm going to put a nice layer of the peach. Where's my peach? My pencils are all rolling around over here. Where'd it go? Where's my regular peach? Oh, maybe I didn't pull it. Because I'm going to start darkening up her face slowly. You like it better? Okay. I don't know. I don't even know if it really needs that line so much, or at least not that much of one. Maybe I can kind of, let's make it a little less bright. I mean, I want to be able to define it, but I don't know if we need that much. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to go in here and I want to put a nice light, very light. I'm going to darken up her face slowly. So this is just regular peach now. It's the darker of the two. And we'll start blending in everything slowly. We could have painted it too. We could have painted it in, but because it's so big, you know, could have probably done that, but we're just going to go with it. We're rolling with it. How long have we been here? Oh, gosh. I got 30 minutes before I need to... I try not to get these longer than 2 hours. And we're already at an hour and a half because I gab. But I love talking to you guys, too. The side of her face is going to be darker. I don't like the way the nose is drawn. I mean, it's just not how I would draw a nose, and it bothers me. I gotta say the nose bothers me because it's not how I would draw a nose. And so it's just a little, I don't know. It's a little wonky for me. I don't like where she has, and it's just me, guys. It don't, it's just the way she drew the nose. I don't like the way she drew it, and that's just because I don't draw it that way. Did you ever watch? No, I never did watch Babylon 5. That's probably one of the few ones that I didn't watch, Carrie. Why? Is there something in there I need to know? Probably. So I'm just kind of getting some dark in here. Or darker, rather. And I'm not building it up like I would a portrait, guys. If I was doing a portrait, there'd be many more colors. I'm kind of limiting my palette just to, get her done. It needs some more, needs a little bit more something going on up here. She looks like she has a receding hairline. A receding, branchy hairline. She looks like one of the aliens. The wood part of her head. They had that kind of head. Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that. And again, I'm trying not to rush the blending because you really want to take your time with that. Okay, I need a little shadow in her eyes here. And the white part of her eye needs some shading. Let's put a little bit more. Put a little blue in there on the shading. Apart from BVHD, Babs. Oh, Babylon 5 is a must. Oh, okay. I don't know why I never watched. I watch everything else as far as like any kind of sci-fi or anything like that. I've seen all the, different Star Trek versions. All the... I don't know, other than the original, I like Voyager. Voyager, I think, is probably my favorite of all the series. Groot. Terry. And I'm just kind of messing in here and playing wherever I just kind of want to. Again, I want to make her nose way out here. I just want her to have a normal nose really, really bad. And she does. She just has this tiny little nose that's like scrunched over on that side. And I want it to come across over here. So I guess, I'll just draw it a little bit bigger there. I just want my nose to be right. So I'm just adding a little bit of slate blue in there. I still need to do some more shading into the tree too, but I want to concentrate on her face now. And I'm trying not to get heavy-handed because once you start piling on the wax, there's no more blending. So you got to kind of, not rush the blending. Her chin is pointy. Yeah, I know. It's, again, you're coloring other people's art. It's not like how I would draw her. So you got to kind of roll with it. You can either change it. Like a lot of times I'll change in Jasmine's eyes. I always get rid of, well, not always, but a lot of times I get rid of that extra black line that she has under the pupil. And I know she has to draw it that way because it's a color book and she wants to define the eye lines, but I paint it out. And so this girl, Camilla, she has a different, she has a more of a manga style with a different kind of eyes. She just got, but she is looking very alien, I gotta say. But that's just the way she's gonna come out. That's the way she wants to be. All right. Hey, Vicky. Vicky's talking Walking Dead. You like her sparkly eyes? Thanks, Lindsay. No, I don't think he didn't kill. Rick's still in it. Rick's still in it. I wish I could have gone down where they film about. Well, some of what they film in a couple of Sonoa, which is about 30 minutes from me, and then they have another set that's like 2 miles from my house. They kind of close off the highway and film down here. And everybody goes, "Why don't you sneak down there?" And they have police and barricades, and you can't just really go in there. I mean, I guess I could stand far off with some binoculars or something, but what fun is that, right? You can't meet them or something, you know. So yeah, she needs a deeper chin. I mean, a cheekbone there. Oh, well, good, Marilyn. Good. And really, guys, when, I am not, trust me, I am not making fun of any kind of disabilities or anything like that by the hump. I'm not doing that. Don't say, don't email me or anything like that. I always just think of young Frankenstein and Marty Feldman, with his hump and what you call it, saying, well, I can do something about that hump. He was, Dr. Dr. Frankenstein. I can do something about that hump. And he goes, what hump? And then the next time you see it, the hump's on the other side. It's just, you must live near. Where do you, well, Michelle, you may not want to say where you live here. I mean, right now, but it's up to you. I won't repeat it if you say where you live, if it is close. Okay, so now I want to start getting her arm on there. I'm doing more gabbing than coloring, guys. Sorry. Well, not really sorry. Yeah, I know. It's such a hilarious movie. We still watch it every now and then. I have it on a DVD. Hey, Carla. I'm showing my age. Oh, I don't mind. I don't mind. I actually don't ever really think about my age, to tell you the truth. I just don't think about it. And someone said, "Well, how old are you?" Well, I just don't think about it. I mean, in my head, I'll probably always be, you know, I don't know, young. Anyway, my sound went weird. Okay, let me fix it then. Okay, see if that fixed it. Did that fix it, guys? I switched it back and forth. So that usually fixes it. Switching it from one to the other. I Hey, Burn Pink. Yeah, I did fix it. I know there's a lag. I did fix it. Let me know. Testing, testing. Fine now. Yep. See, I switched it. All you do if sometimes the sound goes wonky, just switch it from your your laptop. Well, in my case, laptop microphone to back to the camera and switch it back and forth, and it usually fixes itself. So yeah. So yeah, I've gone a little alien with her, but I'm liking it. I'm just, it's just a little different. Why not, right? Hey, Sarah. Oh, thanks, Cora. Well, I do portraits, so, I do a lot of shading. I try not to throw shade, but again, Paula. But yeah, I like shading. But when I do my color book, especially when you do faces, you really don't want to rush them, even though I do kind of, because I'm, trying to get a show done. But it's best if you don't rush your shading. And if y'all are watching the recording, I do have in my playlist a few faces that I've drawn. I don't know, did I draw Daryl? Did I draw Daryl on camera, Vicky BR? Do you remember? Um, let me. Speaking of Walking Dead, I've only drawn two of them. Hang on. Let me get my packs of people out. This is how I store all my people. I store my people in plastic bags. Let me find. Let me see if I can find Daryl and Glenn. Those are the only two I've drawn. I've said I've wanted to draw more, Vicky, of them, but I've only drawn Daryl and Glenn. Where are they? I mean, I've drawn other, fan art like Spock and a whole bunch of. Well, here, let me pull out my fan arts. Well, it's not all of them. I have a lot of YouTubers I've drawn too, but as far as famous drawings, like here's my Spock. And again, guys, it's kind of flashing out the color. There's more color in his face, but the color's a little. But anyway, um, Charlton Heston. Here's Daryl. Let me back out because he's too close. You can't see the color. Wait a minute. Let's refocus. Refocus. Hang on, guys. Got flashed out again. See if I can get it to focus. Okay, so there's Daryl. Vicky, there's Daryl. And here's Glenn. Again, let's see if you can. Those are the only two Walking Dead ones I have. I have a lot of other. Yaya Han is Catwoman. There's Robert Mitchum. Here's Nichelle Nichols. Sean. Anyway, so yeah, I have a few. But those are the only two Walking Dead guys I have. That sounded funny. Those are only two Walking Dead guys. Thanks, Tiffy. Could you draw Worf next? Yeah, I mean, I can't say who or what I would draw. It depends on time, guys. Those kind of fan art things I just do when I have extra time, like in between lost the focus again. Hang on, let's refocus. Um, when I have time. Same thing for my, I have a whole bunch of people, and I was doing it, guys, like every month. I was doing a monthly YouTube shout out to a YouTuber that I liked. Gotta do Rick. Yeah, at least gotta do Rick. That's for sure, Vicky. Um, then you have to do Abraham. I know all of you guys want me to do the Walking Dead. Yeah. And so anyway, yeah, I do pet portraits too. Let me finish this and then I'll show y'all some different things. Okay. Let me finish this and then I'll show y'all some of the YouTubers I've drawn and stuff like that. But I ran out of time to do those even. Okay, so now I've got a nice base coat of some, blues and purples and henna colors in there. Now I do want to get in here on her lips a little more. And then I'm going to blend this in with, blend it in. But I don't have her lips dark enough. I need a darker, let me get dark brown. And again, I don't like the nose, so I'm going to make my own nose. Her nose ends right there. Her nose just is a little button nose, but I wanted her to have a little wider nose like that. There we go. Now I like that better. I'll just invent my own. And then I want her to have purple eyebrows too. And I'm going to do her eyelashes. Okay, so let's just... And I almost do want her outlined in white, maybe. Maybe I do want her outlined in white. Make her stand out a little. Let's see. We're just playing here. It's a color book. You're the boss of your color book. When you're doing portraits, commissions, you have to make it look exactly like the person. But in a color book, you can do whatever you want. She's looking great. You like her neck and shoulders that we revamped? I almost need to go, no, I don't know. Okay, let's just stop there. But I think I would like to go ahead and do like the branches, like give them some lighter highlights under, in between some of this. It just kind of looks kind of cool just to have it kind of like that. For no reason, just because I like the way it just kind of makes it a different look. And then I'm going to also get in here with her in the purple in the hair. I don't know. I'm not liking that. I don't mind it in these big spaces, but I'm not liking it in those little ones. We'll see. Some of these larger ones maybe. It just kind of looks a little cool. And then I'll kind of shade around it with white, I think. We'll see. And I might just end up painting these back out. Apart from the young face, that's my Bonnie. Oh. All right, let me just leave that alone for now. Let's get back on the face because I got to blend it in. Okay, let me sharpen this pencil. All right, I got to start adding a few more colors, or blending, I mean, because we're running out of time. But I hope y'all like this. I hope you had fun just hanging out. I want to get her eyelashes, and I want to get her eyebrows in here too. So let me just kind of blend in her skin. I mean, she's already got enough lines in her face from the tree branch thing. And again, it's just not the way I would draw a face, so I'm kind of just working with shading a face that's not how I would draw it. But it's like a little challenge. It's like a little challenge. Let me clean off. Always, if you go from a dark color to on a light, like whether it's white or peach or whatever, clean off your pencil tip. Otherwise, you're going to be smearing in colors you don't want. Like right there, I'm going over her lips, and it picks up that red. So you want to clean off the tip of your pencil. Otherwise, you're going to be pulling it in to colors that you don't want. Thanks, Lindsay. I'm going to add some little details here shortly. I'm trying not to, hurry it, but I am kinda. But you really don't want to. If you want to hurry anything, you don't want it to be the face, the skin. You really want to take your time on the skin. So I'm touching this purple up here. So I want to keep cleaning off the tip of my peach color here. Oh, thanks, Julie. You like hanging out in my happy place? Yeah, it is. It is my happy place. It better be, because I'm here all day, every day. It better be my happy place, right? Lots of light layers. And the more time you can take to, do this shading on the faces, the better, guys, really. I have issues with the black smearing. Is there a way to get it not to? Yeah, you don't touch it. That's why I say, like, for instance, I'm not doing the eyelashes till I'm finished with the skin. You want to finish all your skin, and sometimes I get ahead of myself and do it, but I know where I'm going to touch what because I've done it so long. But you don't want to put your eyelashes and all that in with black if you still have to get close around with skin color, because then you're going to be smearing it. And if you mean by picking some up off your pencil, then that's why you see all this on my table, because I'm constantly cleaning off my pencils. But yeah. Dede, you make her come to life. Oh, hey, Lady Jan. Thanks, guys. You'd like to plant her in your garden. Lindsay. Joycey's not streaming today? Okay. I would love to get Janet to stream again. I mean, I can continue on if she doesn't want to, but I would love to get Janet to stream on Wednesdays. When anytime Joycey especially doesn't stream. Is she still here? Yeah, Janet. Janet. Can we get you to stream, Janet? If not, I'll keep going. I'll find us something else to do. Oh, trust me, we can find stuff to do. Okay, I went over my white line right there. You knew it was coming? You knew it was coming? Well, if you knew it was coming, did you prepare? Did you prepare, Janet? Can we come to your house in a little bit? Although Hubster's home, I'm going to have to go feed him when I get done streaming. Oh, no, what? You know what? I have a leftover egg salad. He can make a sandwich. Squaw Moon, I have some animal portraits in my Looking Animals in my playlist. I've done some animals in there, and I've done, anytime you look in my playlist called Portraits, you'll see some people in there. And I don't have as many as I do like color books and mixed media, but there are some in there on hair and fur. I'm waiting to see Janet. Did Janet say? Or is she avoiding answering us? Is she avoiding answering us? Okay. All right, let me fix that white line again. I'm trying to paint over a waxy bit right there. Trust me, he's not neglected, Nat. She's avoiding committing to it. Okay, now let me do a little bit in her, and see the leaves too. That was another thing I wanted to do. I wanted to, all the leaves that are around her head, I wanted to take the, if this is probably already starting to crust over because it's been sitting here, but I wanted to take a little bit of white and lime, thick paint, and get a brush that's rounded. Let's see, that one's too big. Let me get a round brush out of my stuff here. It's a little flat one. Do I have a stiffer one? Maybe that'll work. We'll see. It might not. Okay, so I want to mix up some of the lime green and white to make it a little bit more opaque. Oh, I've done a lot of cats. Squaw Woman or Squaw Moon. You don't even have to follow me on Facebook, but in my Facebook, look at that. Looks like she has a, I like the way that looks. In my Facebook, just go to Dede Willingham and go into my albums. You have to go to photos, then albums. And I have a lot of portraits. I have a pet portrait. I have portraits. I have my Gold Rush guys. I have pictures of my desk. I got all kinds of things. And you don't have to follow me or me follow you. I made them all public. Okay, so and that's for anybody. You can go in my Facebook and see all my work. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to kind of pop in some brighter leaves that are kind of floating around. Like that, just to give it a little bit more oomph. See? That look good? You can add more if you want. So just go in there and play with your color book with paint, whatever you want, because you're the boss of your color book. We all yell record. I'm recording. I'm recording, Marie Lobby. Just going to go in here with a few. I still want to do a little bit on the tree trunk. But this is the kind of stuff you can take your time and put a lot of little touches, you know? Thanks, guys. You can do whatever you want. Don't let lines and things that are in your book like make you say, well, there's no leaf there. I can't put a leaf there. Well, yeah, you can. Camilla Doreco is not going to email you and say, you went out of the lines. She would stream, okay. She's not going to email you and tell you you went out of the lines. Put links in there, Janet. Put your links in there. Janet is, for those watching the recording, she is Monkey Island Madness on Ustream. I don't know that she's uploading to YouTube yet. Give us time. We'll get that going. No for Janet? She needs, yes or no? Dede, you're such a triggerhead. I can't say. Okay, so you will do it. Okay. Yeah, she's Monkey Island Madness. So I'm going to finish up this. Give me about, let's see what time is this, right at 2 hours. Give me about 10, 15 minutes. And then I'll show you some of my portraits that I have. Again, all my commission ones, guys, you know, you have to go, the ones that I'm allowed to show from permission. You can find those in my Instagram or Facebook, but obviously I don't have the originals because, you know, they're sent to the person that hired me to do them. So, but I'll show you a few of the ones that I have, like my YouTubers and some of that. So I'm just going to pop in a few falling leaves here, wherever I want. It just, I don't know, it's just kind of fun, right? Just a few down here. Gonna make a garden full of broccoli-headed ladies. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Oh, blob. Hang on. Blobby. Oh, blobby. There we go. I picked up a blob. Get my messages are clicked in. Put a leaf on her nose. No, don't make me. I like her little nose. Now that I made it like I wanted it to be. Okay. I'm just going around and kind of have a few coming onto the purple here. Yeah, I don't know that I needed to outline those, but whatever. You still make art cards? Will it be soon? Yes, I still make art cards, and I don't know when it'll be. It's hard to say. I kind of like squeeze those in on other projects. But yes, I still make them. And I know there's still people on the art card list. I try to send them out every batch. Okay, I think that's good. Let's put a couple on the darker. Just a few. She doesn't it make her look happy with all these little light green leaves? I'm really liking all the little light green leaves. It made her look more tree-like. I don't know. All right, let me hit this with a heat gun real quick. Do a little bit of shading in just a little bit of shading in her branches. Oh, and I gotta do her eyelashes and her eyebrows. baby wipe and clean my hands off here. Okay. Get some of the excess paint off. Oh, thanks, guys. She has a nice breeze around her, yes. All right, so now let's get the dark purple. Where'd I pulled it out already. Where'd I put it? Is that it? I think that's, I don't know. Let me test. Can't tell if that's purple or brown. Nope, that's brown. Hang on, where did I do the purple? Here it is. Is that it? Nope, that's umber. Where's my purple? Oh, here we go. Okay, let me sharpen this up. She's not a broccoli head. Yeah, thanks, Nat. Okay, so what I want to do is I want her to have some nice eyebrows. Let me kind of see if I can hold it up because I'm not going to fix the camera again here. So I'm going to give her some thicker eyebrows, say like this. And then black eyelashes. Her hair looks very impressionistic. Well, I wanted to make it look like it was kind of growing out of her head. All right, so now let's get in here with the black. And first get around her eyes here. I don't want to lose the complete manga look, but we're about losing it. Okay, so now I'm gonna add my own eyelashes. My own eyelashes there. I kind of overdid the eyelashes, but that's okay. All right, let's add a little dark in her lips there. And crack of her smile. You will draw my eyeliner. Yes. Okay, now let's just do a little bit of extra shading on some of the branches here. Not too much, but just a little bit extra shading with the purple pencil. Just here and there to kind of give it a little bit more depth. I never did see my mom pop in. Let me double check here. Yeah. It's Mom's birthday, so I wanted to say happy birthday to her again. I mean, I did call her. Don't email me. Say you always say happy birthday to your mom on the stream. No, I called Mom this morning before I streamed. Okay, some of that's still wet there. I got to be careful. I'll be smearing that. And it does curl a little bit, but you can just kind of curl it back. And it does flatten out, guys. Your pages, you know, they depending on how much water you put to them, they can curl a little bit. It just doesn't bother me. But, you know. You're welcome, Northern Lights, and thanks for being here. I'll make this quick, guys, and I'll show you a couple of my portraits, and then we'll go to Janet's house. And I'll take a picture of it and post this in my post it in my color book album on Facebook, and I'll at least get a picture, a little bit of a picture anyway, post on today's work, today's stream. Okay, so I'm liking that. See, I want it very subtle where it's kind of growing out of her head. I don't want it too, I want to keep it that soft right there. So it looks, you know, like it could really be growing out of her head. Oh, yeah, everybody, happy birthday, Mom. Anyway, it's not too bad for a 2-hour color book, right, Paige? All right, so thanks for watching us do this. Again, I'll take a picture of it and post it. The one thing that bothers me is this line around. She has a real pointy chin, and I almost want to take that white line and put it up there, but then I kind of just want to keep her outlined in it, and I'll probably go in here with a few more little white outlines, but that right there bothers me. Just FYI, for your FYI. I don't like that line right there because it just like detracts from her chin line. I don't know. But it is what it is because we had to get rid of the hump. So, okay, so let me move her to the side. And again, this is what we did Monday. And I cut her out of the Halloween, Jasmine Halloween book, and finished her hair and put more wispies in her hair. And we stickled up the cupcakes. And just one little stickle dot in her eye. It's hard to see, but she's got one little stickle dot in her eye. So we got that done. And so anyway, let me see where I can find my, I know I show them to y'all all the time. I'll show you a couple of the, since I just showed you the, you know, the fan art ones. I love my Michelle. I love my Michelle Nichols. I do have to say I love her. So let me see. Let me find some of the YouTubers, and then I'll show some of the just sketchy draws that I've done. Let's see here. Now this one we did have a class on, and she's still up there. This is like very basic. This one because this was a class, and I don't do many classes. But let me see. All right, so Hills Will Terry, and these are some face. I mean, all right. Let me see if I can fix my camera. Hang on, guys. It's a little. Again, it gets flashed out, and then we can't tell. See, let's zoom out. There we go. That's what we needed to zoom out. All right, let's adjust the focus again. Hopefully. All right, so I'm just going to do a quick flip here. Have you seen the bad? You should check out his work. No, I haven't, Sarah. I never even heard of him. Yeah, now, I'll show you my Gold Rush too, Barb. Okay, so then there's Darcy. That's Darcy UK. There's Gazbot. Everybody should recognize her. That's our Shannon Green. Here's Vicky. And again, guys, it's one to flash out. You're not seeing any color. I don't know what I need to do. It's not showing any color. They look pale. They look like they have no color. Let's see if I can fix that. They look very pale. I don't know if I can fix it, guys. The camera wants to flash them out. You're not seeing the color. It is what it is. There's Bailey J, Mistel. Packer Die, we did a small one. She was in my little sketchbook. And then Angie Bell. So, yeah. Who else do I have here? All right, so here's some of my Gold Rush ones. Here's Grandpa. Again, guys, I don't know what to do about the lighting. It's really light. Let me see. Hang on. Let me see if I can do something. I don't know what, but I think it's because the light, the sun's coming in my window. Let me see. Oh, the sun's coming in my window real bright right there. Flashing it out. There we go. Just needed to close the blinds a little. All right, let me refocus now. Where's my card? Come on, guys. Come on, come on. There we go. All right. Grandpa, there's Parker, Dozer Dave, producer, there's Rick. Just gonna go through them real quick. Sandy. So these are my, I don't even have them all. Some of the families bought some of them, so I don't have all of them. There's Chris. Here's somebody asked about my pets. Here's Parker's dog. She's going to stream in a few minutes, Dorothy. So there's Parker's dog. There's another one of Rick, Hunter. So anyway, yeah, here's just some different ones. And then Todd wanted me to draw them with Reagan. So yeah. There's Tony and Monica. So yeah, so there's some of my Gold Rush. Again, I don't have all of them because I've sold some of them to the family, and these are only sold to the family. To the families of the minors, of the guys. And then let's see, what else do I have in here? I'll show you a few of my other just random drawings, and then we'll go. I did, Iffy? Okay, so here's some of the, just some other random portraits I've done here. Just gonna flip through them real quick. This one I did while I was on jury duty. And then here's some smaller ones from the smaller sketchbook. She's one of my favorites. I really like her. She turned out well. So these are just some of my other drawings that y'all seen. There's a APG Jamie. There's Sister Woman. Anyway, guys, just see, I guess there's more than I thought there was. And then I'll leave you with this one. Anyway, so yeah, so thanks everybody. I've shown these before. I mean, I've shown them quite a few times actually. Thanks. Thanks, guys. Yeah, I did this one on jury duty too. I did 2 drawings while I was on jury duty a few months ago. I really like her. She turned out really well. I like her eyes. So anyway, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. And I guess we will see you over at Janet's. So thanks, everybody. Yeah, I do commissions. Let me know if y'all want someone drawn. I do memorial, and again, I only show ones that people have given permission. These were not commissions. These are just my own personal drawings. You know. All right, guys. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you at Janet's. Thanks for being here. Thanks, everybody. See you later. Bye, Vicky. Bye, guys.